Today, we're diving into a popular post from the Reddit titled as TIFU by mocking my mom about sex and now suffering her wrath. This post received 47,265 upvotes. Posted by Optimistic Havoc. The post reads as follows. My family is stacked like pancakes during the quarantine. My parents are still into each other, and I'm grateful. Although I'd pass on seeing the ass pats and octopus entanglements I've witnessed. My parents have been taking full advantage of the quality-quantity time. Blasting music on the reg as if we can't do the mental calculus about what's going on behind closed doors. Last night, I was cooking with Mom as we listened to one of my playlists that we share on Spotify as she was telling me how sorry she was that my college life is on hold. We've had the mother-daughter talk about sex but mostly abide the don't ask don't tell policy. As she was blathering on about how special our lockdown time is, I jokingly told her that my siblings and I all know how much she and my dad are enjoying quarantine. She blushed, laughed it off, and I thought that was the end. Until this morning when I wake up, perplexed and confused, as she detonates my playlist against me, played at decibel level to blister ears. She's the type to double down on a bad joke, so before she could completely ruin songs for me, I quickly replaced them with the worst kids' music I could find. I laughed my ass off when the super annoying and cringingly appropriate, Bouncy Ball, from Dora the Explorer echoed through my house. My victory was short-lived because I've spent the last 2 hours trying to take a college final while Barry White and Marvin Gaye serenade me through the drywall. TL. Dr. teased my mom about having sex. Now, getting clowned as she gets the last laugh. Edit. Her reign of terror continues. She's changed all of the names to my playlists. Some of them include Sexify My Soul, Your Dad Has Big Feet, and Too Hard to Get Out of Bed. God. Help Me. EDIT2. You people are amazing. Thanks for making my day. My BF is on the way over for dinner and who knows what shit is about to go down with my badass mom when he gets here. Be safe everyone and keep on laughing. A comment from user Fly1NGRock says, Your dad has big feet. Oh my fucking god, why? This comment received 10,548 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, I know, right? She's an evil bastard. This reply received 4752 upvotes. A comment from user BreakMastaJK says, There's a song by Pig Vomit called, Is It In Yet? May add some hilarity to the situation. Also might not. Choose wisely. This comment received 4212 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, Getting exposed to all kinds of new jams today. Ha. This reply received 2063 upvotes. A reply from user SimJanes2K says, Yeah, this is a mom that you gotta think carefully about whether or not you wanna escalate. Maybe backing off is just worth it this time. This reply received 217 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, Not in my DNA. Obviously. This reply received 199 upvotes. A comment from user Godfather from Chive says, Pretty much any song from 2 Live Crew. As nasty as they want to be TMFC. How about some Dick Clarence Carter? Strokin' former club DJ here as you can tell from the age of the music, but if she wants to go scorched earth I'll find the music that makes her tap out. Good luck smiley face. This comment received 709 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, She wants to go scorched earth I'll find the music that makes her tap out. Welcome to the chat, my wingman. This reply received 529 upvotes. A comment from user NDU867 says, Never poke the bear. Should have left the poking up to your dad. This comment received 1574 upvotes. A comment from user JJW Slot says, You are lucky to have parents that are in puppy love. This comment received 11,170 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, They are 25 years strong and still crushing hard. Life goals right there. This reply received 7603 upvotes. A comment from user Avocado3113 says, Ass Pats and Octopus Entanglements has probably never been written before today. This comment received 1793 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, Brand new sentence nod. Thanks. This reply received 588 upvotes. A comment from user Bajabuli says, OMG, your dad has big feet. Your mom is a legend. This comment received 979 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, Evil genius that is owning me. This reply received 367 upvotes. A comment from user Vice Magnet says, Are you going to make a playlist with Kaya's My Neck, My Back and Prince's P Control? This comment received 347 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, I will likely need the full power of Reddit to compete with her. This reply received 275 upvotes. A comment from user Hyperdistortion says, If you're still counter playlisting, may I recommend Cantina Band from Star Wars: A New Hope? Otherwise, this sounds like a very cute and very funny lockdown story. I give it a perfect 5/7. This comment received 113 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, This is going to be one hell of a playlist when I combine all of these. This reply received 49 upvotes. A comment from user MTCWBY says, Mama's got a squeezebox. This comment received 214 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, Dude, you're talking shit about my mom. Ha. I may need to steal it for when I rename the playlists again. This reply received 193 upvotes. A comment from user Parapanera Bread says, I'd be seriously annoyed about the distraction during a final exam though. This comment received 785 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, Not gonna lie. When Barry started crooning, I believe in miracles, to me, I felt like he was cheering me on through a vicious problem. This reply received 874 upvotes. A comment from user Imagine_amusing_name says, Suggested songs. Pump up the volume, You Can't Touch This, Pat Benatar, Hit Me With Your Best Shot, Fighting in the Sack. The Shins, Wilson Pickett. Hold On, I'm Coming, That Was Your Mother. Paul Simon, Long Time Coming. The Delays, It's Going Down Dry, Young Jock, How Deep Is Your Love, Bee Gees. This comment received 147 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, I see we're going old school with this list. Love it. This reply received 89 upvotes. A comment from user tired_but_scrappy says, Lols. Sounds like our house. The kids think we are nauseating. This comment received 373 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, Secretly, we think you people are nauseatingly awesome. Even if it's a bit cringeworthy to watch front row. This reply received 353 upvotes. A comment from user CestLaV88 says, This made me cry. My daughter is 10 and she makes fun of my husband and I. He's her stepdad but, he's dad. Because we're a lot like your parents. Obviously with her age I'm not quite as candid or explanatory about sex yet. But she's not stupid. And my mom was also very open. So, I felt like I just read something my daughter might say in a few years. This was a really beautiful thing to read. Now I gotta call my mom and give her shit about something. Haha. Cheers. This comment received 50 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, Give her shit about something, dishing it as the highest form of love. This reply received 33 upvotes. A comment from user Bearded Rugby Monster says, The phrase, still into each other. Like they should hate each other by now, saddens me. I always strive to be into my partner. I mean, isn't that the point of being in love with someone? This tells me divorce and fighting is too normal now, so when people show each other love it's weird and unheard of. Cheers to your parents for keeping it together. Kinda sucks for you though, but you are living in their house lol. This comment received 1559 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, "But you are living in their house lol, just wait until they visit, my house, my rules, in the future. I'm playing the long game on this one." This reply received 1354 upvotes. A reply from user The Fuzzy Bunny One says, "In college I made casual reference to the times as a kid when I accidentally walked in on my parents. From the reactions of the people I was talking to, this must be a less common childhood experience than I thought. My parents have had 32 good years and never once considered putting locks on interior doors, despite my being an oblivious kid who barged in more than once." This reply received 66 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, "Had a few visuals myself. Not enough bleach in the world to scrub those images clean." This reply received 36 upvotes. A reply from user Han Ma Boogie says, "I took it as, still always DTF. Which is not true of all married parents who still love each other." This reply received 24 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, "You called it right. It's unfortunately obvious." This reply received 19 upvotes. A comment from user Jethro Byte says, "Your mom sounds awesome." This comment received 165 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, "She is a total pain in the ass. But, yes, she's pretty great." This reply received 160 upvotes. A comment from user Wild_Bluebonnet says, "I can only hope this is my future." This comment received 74 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, "Me too." This reply received 30 upvotes. A comment from user Ultimate Arsehole says, "Clearly you must retaliate. Did he stick it in your bum?" And, "Ladies Don't Spit," are playlist names you could consider deploying. This comment received 67 upvotes. A comment from user Ya Boy Shadow Ninja says, "They should respect your request for quietness if you're taking a test, but other than that, lol." This comment received 63 upvotes. A comment from user Opal Magnus says, "The other day my dad got drunk and started talking about how my mom, who is unfortunately gone now, used to love sucking on his nipples. Didn't know my mom was a whole ass freak, but okay. I guess I left that out of the eulogy." This comment received 95 upvotes. A comment from user Massive Music Nerd says, "I came looking for copper, and I struck gold. It's good to have a sense of humor about these things." And, "Marvin Gaye absolutely slaps." This comment received 25 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, "Absolutely slaps. No, you didn't." This reply received 20 upvotes. A comment from user Tranic85 says, "My dad found this salsa that he loved, but there was a particular ingredient in it that would repel my mother whenever he would sweat. She would talk about it with her girlfriends on the phone and I can't help but overhear it. Cue extended family visiting. And they're asking for some chips and salsa to munch on. And I mention that dad has some special salsa but he doesn't eat it very often because of said reasons. I open up the refrigerator and look for an opened one. Well, since there isn't an open jar in here, I guess dad has been getting some romance." The combination of laughter from family and the look of horror, embarrassment on my mother's face was priceless. This comment received 49 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, "We all gotta make some compromises. Salsa seems like a reasonable one." This reply received 28 upvotes. A comment from user Mizzo_ says, "It's wholesome and awesome. Too many people whine about hearing their parents in love, but I bet they'd rather hear that than angry shouting, or worse." This comment received 95 upvotes. A comment from user Jayberg18 says, "Ha ha 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 ha, gross." This comment received 63 upvotes. A comment from user Rut Not Again says, "I cannot stop laughing." This comment received 15 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, "You guys are all making this more enjoyable. Wait till she finds out I'm trending on her sex life. Wait. No. That would give her even more to brag about." This reply received 24 upvotes. A comment from user Damien Does Dice says, "You know what they say about big feet, right? Big shoes. Less than." This comment received 39 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, "Big shoes?" This reply received 15 upvotes. A comment from user what_is_all_t says, "Congrats, I'm at the doctor's and started choking and coughing behind my mask. I've never seen so many people's heads turn quite so fast." This comment received 54 upvotes. A comment from user Sagittarius_stiletto says, "This is a much more wholesome Tifu than I expected." This comment received 21 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, "That's the way I roll. Zig when they zag." This reply received 21 upvotes. A comment from user Stellar Interstitium says, "Your mom was like, you ain't ready for that smoke. I got something for yo cheeky little ass." This comment received 10 upvotes. A reply from the original author Optimistic Havoc says, "I brought the BB gun to the bazooka fight for sure." This reply received 15 upvotes.